Have you ever wanted to have your breath taken away by a simple glimpse of nature? Well, I have. Every time I go hiking, my breath is taken away by the majestic views that I witness. Hiking is one of the only outdoor activities where you can have an amazing view of nature and at the same time have a feeling of great self-accomplishment. I have been on a number of hikes and each time have been rewarded for my efforts. While hiking can be very enjoyable, you must protect yourself against the inherent dangers of being outside. It is my opinion that it is never too early or too late to start hiking because it is an activity that someone of almost any age can enjoy. Hiking is one of the most self-rewarding outdoor activities because you get to see nature for what it truly has to offer and see parts of the country that you don't get to access on a daily basis. Hiking excursions can vary in length from a few hours for the beginners all the way up to cross-country and overnight excursions for the more experienced ones. While you're out hiking though, you need to be cautious of the dangers that are present for being outside. Because of the inherent dangers of being about in the countryside, in the forests, around mountainous terrain, or wherever you intend to hike, it is best to protect yourself by equipping yourself before you go out. First thing you want to do is research the area around where you want to hike and find out about hazards, weather conditions, things of that nature. Next, I would suggest checking with local tour guides and tour companies to see if they possibly have an organized event nearby or at the location that you want to hike. And if not, ask them if they know anything about the terrain or additional hazards that you should pay particular attention to. Like I mentioned earlier, you want to make sure you check the forecast for inclement weather, and if so, then you want to make sure you prepare for that as well. As you're packing up your equipment and getting ready to leave, you want to make sure you bring a few things, such as small bits of food that contain protein and carbs like granola bars or nuts. You want to make sure you pack plenty of water, sunscreen, bug spray, a walking stick if you want it, or just try to find one wherever you're at. It's good for testing the areas around you. Make sure you have solid surface to walk on. And if you're intending on going out for a longer excursion, I would suggest bring a sleeping bag, a change of clothes, possibly some fire starting equipment like matches, as well as extra water. And after this list is completed, I would suggest anything else that you might think you need. But keep in mind that you're going to be able to carry all this on your back or on your person somewhere. So you don't want to overburden yourself because you're still going to have to be able to move. And when you're going uphill or things like that, things really do get difficult. Lastly, as part of the preparation for hiking, you want to ensure that there's at least someone else that knows where you're going, what time you intend to be there, the duration, as well as when you intend to be coming back, because you never know what could happen out there. So it's always a good idea to have a backup plan. And that kind of goes into the dangers of hiking. Like I said, you could get lost, you could run into some wild animals or things like that. But one of the things also that you want to pay close attention to are the poisonous plants that are out there, such as poison ivy, poison oak, and poison sumac. The leaves of poison oak are similar to those of an oak tree, and grow in groups of 3. It has white-green flowers and berries. Poison oak grows as a shrub and is common on the west coast of North America from Mexico to British Columbia. Poison ivy, the plant, has shiny leaves, small yellow-green flowers, and green-white berries. It grows as a vine, shrub, or bush, and it is common throughout the United States, except in some parts of the Southwest Desert, Alaska, and Hawaii. The leaves of poison ivy grow in groups of 3. The leaves of poison sumac grow in pairs, often 7 to 13 pairs on a stem with a single leaflet on the top. Poison sumac produces yellow-green flowers and white-green berries. The non-poisonous variety produces red berries. And poison sumac grows as a shrub or tree and is common in the middle United States and along the Mississippi River. Despite the risks that are inherent with all outdoor outings, you shouldn't let those risks hold you back from enjoying yourself. Hiking is an amazing recreational activity that lets you explore parts of the country and the world that you would never see otherwise. Sometimes the more you push yourself on it, the more rewarding the experiences and the adventures will be. And I hope that through all of this, that I brought an awareness to the enjoyment of hiking and the necessity to plan and prepare yourself before you go out so that there aren't any accidents or whatnot.